Hello everyone, hope you are well. Today, in this series, I'm going to open the most mysterious door in front of you that no one ever tell you. So, to understand that secret, please don't forget to watch all my previous video. Otherwise, you won't understand this series fully, completely. So, let's start the journey. So, apart from these two types of material, there are more material found after lots of research mathematically and scientifically. Similarly, one material was accidentally discovered during the experiment by a machine. So the name of this experiment was Dama/Na1. We all know that the moon is orbiting around the earth, and then our earth is orbiting around the sun, and our sun is moving around on its fixed path in the sky. So all of them have been moving in their own way in space for millions of years. But from the experiment like Dama, we discovered a very special things about this journey. In the space, while our earth traveling, sometimes our earth passes through some scattered and unfamiliar substance in space. So it was really interesting but also very serious. Therefore, this experiment was done again, and this time with better machinery and new method. And this time the name of this experiment was Dama/Libra. They changed the name little bit. And this time the things that were revealed were more shocking compared to before. It was found out that our earth has not passed through this unknown substance not only once or twice but 5 times a year, and it doesn't happen following any specific routine rather than completely random, because this unknown substance suddenly entered the way of our earth orbiting. Now, as we learn that this unknown substance has passed through our earth not once or twice but 5 times a year randomly. So can we predict the dates? Can the prediction be made about this substance entry into the earth path? So remember one thing, in science, prediction cannot be made about anything until the nature is understood. You need to know how something is made, how its look, how it works, and how its path, the way it travels. So the details of any substance can only be predicted if you know about it. But the problem is that we don't know anything about this material. Like, what is it made of? How does it look? Which physics law will apply to it? We have no clue whatsoever. However, Dama/Libra has been upgraded more. This experiment has upgraded, and now it's called SABRE. Sabri. The experiment with this system are still ongoing. So, the interesting things about this unknown substance is that when it suddenly enters in the path of our earth, when earth is orbiting the sun, so our earth's magnetic field completely protect us from its effect, just like our earth magnetic field protect from the sun's ray. But where our earth's magnetic field is weak, this substance began to have its impact on our earth in that place, and then strange and astonishing event start happening in those vulnerable places. It seems that when our earth forcefully passes through this material, this substance, and it cannot protect itself in such place where the magnetic field is weak, then a rare phenomenon happen. It's a phenomenon that perhaps happen after many months, years, or even centuries. It impact the weak spot on our Earth's surface, and somehow it opened a door, a portal. And that's why our Earth was in a special position while orbiting around the Sun, which means when there was a solar eclipse, a portal was opened over Germany and Switzerland. Through this door, the people of there they glimpsed a world where hundreds of red and black round-shaped bodies were fighting each other. That's why the last message from the missing pilot in Bermuda Triangle was that something was happening in the sky. The sky is opening. At that moment, he was watching a path or a door opening. And also that's why the last message from Flight 19, which disappeared in Bermuda Triangle, was that we are entering in white water. We don't know where we are. The sky is green. No, white. No, is green. Nothing seems right. At that moment, he saw a pathway opening, a door opening into a world where the color confused him. And that's why the direction for Flight 19 got confused. Because at that time, two worlds were confused for them. When the Earth passes through this unknown object, this door opens for a few minutes or for a few hours at a specific time, and then they close again. Maybe these are the door that, when opened, it engulfs people with all their belongings, even the aeroplane and the ships. Perhaps that's why no trace of them is left behind. Perhaps these are the door that humans recognized thousands of years ago. And as I move forward, I will provide you with evidence of this, that these people indeed recognized this path, this passage, and this door. Perhaps these are the same door mentioned in various religions. For example, in our Islamic book Quran, in Surah Hijr, verse 14 to 15, it's saying that Allah said, if we open a door to the sky and they keep climbing, still they would say, our eyes have truly been dazzled. In fact, we must have been bewitched. They will think our vision has been blinded. Perhaps these are the door and path around which all religion in South America were based. As I progress, I will show you their ritual related to their religious belief and this door. But just claiming that is not enough. Just saying that there are pathways between the earth and the sky, that there are doors between them that open and closed at a specific time with the rotation of earth around the sun, and things disappear inside them. Just saying that doesn't answer all these questions. That's why, before I present the 4 questions, let's discuss about something related to this door. Is there really such a door between the earth and the sky? Is there any scientific evidence for this? Has anyone else ever talked about this door? First, I want to explain to you in scientific manner. After that, I will tell you about the people who recognized this door thousands of years ago in our skies and throughout the universe. The concept of such pathway was proposed for the first time in 1928 by German physicist named Hermann Weyl. He said that there should be such pathway in the sky where things can enter but cannot return. Now, this concept was very interesting, so more work was done on it. An effort was made to understand its mathematics more deeply. However, a problem remained in its mathematics. It seemed that these doors were one-sided, as the things can enter but they can't return. So this understanding was not enough to grasp the nature of the door. Therefore, more work was done on their mathematics, and this time the mathematics of this door was interpreted in better way. It has been given a name called a traversable door. It means a door through which both entry and exit is possible. And most importantly, the door remains stable. It means when something goes out of this door and comes in, the door doesn't collapse. The discovery of such door was confirmed in 1973 by Homer's wheels with very complex and complicated mathematics. What was fascinating about this discovery is that there were two more scientists, Thane and Professor Mike Morse, who also confirmed the existence of such door. They built their own mathematical solution based on their research in 1998, and they reached same conclusion: in this universe, or between our earth and sky, there are doors that do exist where things can go through and can come out. But they don't know about Homer's research. Can you imagine that three different scientists who were unaware about each other's research have independently presented three different proofs of the existence of such door? The existence of this door has now been mathematically proven, where things can pass through and come out. Now, I want to tell you about those people who recognized this door thousands of years ago of this modern science and left evidence of their discovery in every civilization. Have you ever seen ancient structure made of stones? I'm sure you must have seen England's Stonehenge. Now let me tell you something fascinating about Stonehenge interesting aspect. Archaeologists will tell you a very interesting fact about it, such as the stone used in its construction are not found in that area. It was built around 5,000 years ago, but we have no idea who built it. How they managed to slide huge stone for long distance and lift this massive rock and place them on top of each other. But to tell you something very special about the Stonehenge site that is hidden in the stone's position. If you observe the structure, they have been built using what we called in construction or architectural language trilithon. That's mean a set of three stone, which translate to placing two large stone on the ground and putting a third large stone on top. But in common language, this set of three stone is called dolmen, and the word dolmen was not an English word. So for centuries, this structure was called dolmen, not Stonehenge. And this word dolmen came from Celtic word dolmen, which means the door, the passageway, pathway. So those people understood the concept of this door 5,000 years ago because they observed this doorway during the rotation of Earth around the Sun. And the evidence for this is Stonehenge itself, because its dolmen-shaped stones are placed in a specific position according to the Sun's unique position during its rotation. As we move forward, I'll tell about that in more details. Until now, around 3,000 dolmen doors have been found only in Russia, and they are in the mountain, not in any populated city or village. More than 80 dolmen have been found in China, which was around 1,000 of years old. It also found in the middle of a desert, in a place where nobody could comprehend. So it also found in India, in the Middle East, America, Asia, all the way to Europe. These stones have been discovered even in remote island in the middle of the ocean. This door clearly represent a passage, an ancient gateway. Otherwise, why would someone drag this huge, large stone from hundreds of miles remote place, carving them precisely, and then try to display them by constructing a doorway? Because they recognized that in those places or nearby there are earthly or heavenly doors that open and closed with the movement of the sun and earth. And they showed the connection between this door and the sun through the position of stone. For instance, Stonehenge, which stone is aligned with the sun. You can see on this picture from the biggest door of Stonehenge, the sun is visible only on the longest day of a year. And even today, hundreds of people gather to witness this very rare sight. They were showing the door that opened and closed, which means they are saying that this is the place where we saw the door with the rotation of the sun. And that's why we are building the door here that is aligned with the sun. So it is possible just one side of Stonehenge might not be enough for you. There are another very interesting country in Peru, in South America. In 1996, a door is placed in a location where no city or village nearby. A door built by cutting a mountain at a height of 22,000 feet, which name also very unique. So for the past 1,000 years, people have been gathered here once a year to perform their ritual. But in their ritual, they describe a very interesting story about how their biggest priest disappeared through a door that opened here centuries ago. The door was opened because of a golden disc. They used to say the story that the door was opened because of a golden disc, and after that the priest never returned. But all this event was witnessed by a shaman who normally work like a middleman of a priest and spiritual world. So when the shaman saw that, and since then this place has become sacred for the people of Peru and to symbolize its sanctity. So they carved a symbolic door in the mountain. But have you noticed something here? They talk about a door that opens suddenly, and it is opened with a golden disc, which means the sun. Is this stone door is just a representation of a portal, or did this stone door on their own work like a door to travel another world? This is something that only the door maker can tell us. There is one of the biggest door in human history, a very special door. It's located in Lebanon at Baalbek city. It's inside the temple of Roman god Jupiter, as they normally use 3 stones. One of these stones from this door, which weigh around 800 tons, which is inside the temple. But the second stone of this set was found in 1990. This stone is placed still in its carving spot and has never been removed. Moreover, this stone weighed around more than 1200 tons. But the third stone of this set couldn't be found for the next 25 years, which made people think that maybe this door doesn't exist. However, they were wrong, because eventually 25 years later in 2014, the third stone of this set was found again. The biggest stone that was supposed to be put on the top of these 2 stones was found by the German Institute, and it is still the biggest stone ever found, which weighed more than 1600 tons. So if they had been able to make this door, then they might have created perhaps the biggest door in human history, but they couldn't succeed. Why they couldn't, maybe we never find this answer. But the Balbec language, the local name of this stone is very interesting. It's called Hijer Hibla, which means the stone of a pregnant lady. And there is an interesting story behind this name. The ancient stonecutter had a secret of transferring this heavy stone from one place to another, and the secret was known to a woman who was always pregnant. But her condition was she would never tell the secret to lift this stone until her baby was born. And the other condition was as long as she didn't lose the child, they had to keep feeding her. Perhaps no one can tell whether the story is true or false, but one thing is true. The three stones of the biggest door in human history is still rest in their place, waiting for someone to connect them and make the doorway. Nowadays, this kind of stone door is found everywhere. But for now, I have only introduced to you to the sample stone-made door. What secret lied behind this door, you might ask. I will reveal more secret about that soon, which you will see with your own eyes. Up to this point, even one of the world's most major religion, Islam, has mentioned some very special door, and I'll continue to tell you about all things inshallah as we move forward. Now from this point onward, there are some doors that I will open for you, and it might make you doubt some of them, but I promise you that all these things will be true. Before I start opening this door one by one, let me summarize whatever I told you till now. First, I introduced to you to the three mysterious locations: Bermuda Triangle, Alaska Triangle, and Japan Triangle. Then in front of you I placed all those possible reasons that naturally come to our mind, from bad weather to human inexperience, from the sea storm to the wild dangerous forest. But all these explanations were made more questions rather than giving answer. Then I showed you examples like the last conversation of those pilots who disappeared, how the compass stopped working, and how they explained about the sky. After we discussed there are certain places on Earth where magnetic field and gravity work differently than other places. Because of that, their compass didn't work and they become confused. Now, the point is that generally there is nothing in this location. Even now we can go there in Bermuda Triangle and nothing will happen. You might return perfectly fine. But at a specific time of the year, or for several years, when our Earth and Sun pass through this unknown substance during the rotation, or when the Earth and the Sun are in a specific position, at these places some door open in such a way that things move in and out of this door. So moving forward, I'll show you that sometimes these things from this door, things also come out as well. One of these doors was opened in 1561. The sun had a green tint, meaning the earth and the sun were in particular position. And that door remained open for an entire hour, during which the people of Switzerland saw the world outside this door. A world where round and spear-shaped bodies were fighting each other. And when the door closed, everything vanished from their eyes immediately. Then I told you that people had recognized the existing of this door thousands of years ago. They understood opening and closing this door were related to the rotation of the sun and the earth. That's why during the past thousands of years, every culture has made this stone door to represent the portal which they saw to open. These people had realized that the opening and closing of this door were immediately connected to the rotation of sun and the earth. After this information, I will present you with the fourth significant question. A very interesting question is, what is behind that door?